Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to Michelle's STEM Journey. I'm Michelle and I'm here today with another AMC Problem of the Week video. This week's video comes from the year 2021 Fall, 10B Problem 12, but it can also be found in the 12B Problem 7, and it deals with algebra. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and let's get started. The problem states, which of the following conditions is sufficient to guarantee that integers x, y, and z satisfy the equation x times the quantity of x minus y plus y times the quantity of y minus z plus z times the quantity of z minus x is equal to 1. So by just looking at this equation, we know that x, y, and z are symmetrical. And what I mean by that is that you can swap the places of x, y, and z, and when you multiply it out, it's all going to give you the same equation. And so we're going to multiply it out first. Okay, so I multiplied it out, and right off the bat, we can kind of notice some patterns here. I'm going to rearrange this to get x squared plus y squared plus z squared, and then so we should know that we are able to complete the square if I multiply everything by 2 to get 2x squared plus 2y squared plus 2z squared minus 2xy minus 2yz minus 2zx is equal to 2. And so we can combine them to get so I combined them to get this equation right here, and I just completed the square, but you can see that x minus y, the quantity of x minus y squared, if you factor that out, that'll give you an x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. And then when you multiply x minus z quantity squared, you also get an x squared there. And then, so that's where the 2x squared comes from. And then obviously, when you multiply it out, it'll give you like the minus 2xy minus 2yz minus 2xz. So now our equation is much more simpler, and then we can notice some patterns here. So because it tells us that x, y, and z are integers, and we now know that this equation is equal to 2, then that means that out of the three factors, they can only be equal to 0, 1, and 1, because that gives us 1 plus 1, which is 2. Now, it doesn't matter which factor equals what, but if we look at the answer choices that we are given, we see that only D would match what we are given. Because, for example, if I set, it tells us, answer choice D tells us that x is equal to z. Well, if I set z minus x squared to be equal to 0, that means that z minus x is equal to 0, then z would equal x. Because like I just said, it doesn't matter which one of these three factors is 0, which one is 1, and which one's 1. And then it tells us that y minus 1 is x. So if we set x minus y squared to be equal to 1, then that means that x minus y is 1, or x minus y is equal to negative 1. Because keep in mind that when we are solving, we're taking the square root. And so y minus 1 equals x comes from this part, in which we get y minus 1 is equal to x. So the answer is D.